with the deadly 6 questions which I bring to you every day to seek answers for. And today also I have brought those 6 questions to which I need answers. You have to actively answer my questions. You have to help me like always. You know, good kids help, right? You have to help each other. Okay, so let me open my book like this. One more thing I have to tell you is, when you handle with your books, you have to handle them with very care. I mean, really you have to care for your books because you have to respect them. You learn through the books, right? Don't drop the books like this, right? You always have to worship your books because you have to always have that respect, or else you won't succeed in any type of work, right? Moving on to question number 1, which is the most beautiful animal in the cat family? Which is the most beautiful animal in the cat family? You know, in the animal family, this cat family is a little large one. They have lions, cats, all included in the cat family, right? So, which is the most beautiful animal in the cat family? Option number 1, lion. Option number 2, snow leopard. Option number 3, cat. Most beautiful has to be the snow leopard because the snow leopard is beautiful than the cats and the other lions, right? So, let's just have a check whether my answer is correct.
The answer is
snow leopard. Okay, I told you there has to be snow leopard, right? So, the snow leopard, also known as the ounce, is a large cat native to the mountain ranges of Central and South Asia. It is listed as the vulnerable on the IUCN Red List because the global population estimated to number less than 10,000 mature individuals and decline about 10% until 2040. It is threatened by poaching and habitat destruction following infrastructural developments. So, what you have to do, you should not destroy, not even contribute a little in destroying their habitats. Taxonomically, the snow leopard was long classified in the monotypic genus Ansea, since phylogenetic studies reveal the relationships among Panthera species. It is considered a member of the genus. 2 subspecies were described based on the morphological differences, but genetic differences between the 2 were not confirmed. It is therefore regarded a monotypic species. And that is it about this cutie snow leopard. Right. Turning up to question number 2, right? The animal having the longest lifespan. How much is the lifespan? The longest lifespan of a human? Any idea? It's around, I guess, not 100 also, right? To the longest, it might be 100 or 120. I guess not more than that. So, the animal having the longest lifespan, options, 3 options are given. Option number 1 is turtle. Option number 2 is tortoise. The slow animal. Option number 3 is cockroach. And frankly to say, I don't know the answer for this. So, let's check what the answer is because I have no proper idea about this.
The answer is
tortoise. Okay, so this tortoise was the answer. This tortoise are reptile species of the family Testudinidae of the order of testudines, right? They are particularly distinguished from turtles by being land-dwelling, while many turtle species are at least partly aquatic. They are not aquatic. They are land-living animals, right? However, turtles, tortoises have a shell to protect them from predation and other threats. When they have it to protect themselves. When some threat is there, what do? They quickly go hide inside the shell. That is what they do, right? Like this, they what do you call? They bend their bodies like this. They go inside the shell to protect them. Okay. The shell in tortoises is generally hard, and like other members of the suborder, they retract their necks and heads directly backwards into the shell to protect them. Yeah. So, tortoises are unique among vertebrates in the pectoral and pelvic girdles are inside the rib cage rather than outside. Tortoises can be vary in dimension from a few centimeters to 2 meters. They are usually diurnal animals with tendencies to be crepuscular depending on the ambient temperatures. They are generally reclusive animals, right? So, tortoises are the longest living land animal in the world, although the longest living species of tortoise is a matter of debate. Yeah, so that's it about the tortoise. Have you ever heard about the tortoise and the rabbit story? Rabbit jumps, tortoise is slow, but the tortoise wins. If you haven't heard, just ask it from an elder, they might know. Ask it from your mama or dada, they might know, right? You have to know those types of small things also. So, with this, I guess we can move to question number 3, right? Okay, question number 3. Name an animal that has eyes yet sightless. They have eyes like this, but yet they are sightless. They cannot see. Okay, so option number 1 is owl. Option number 2 is bat. Option number 3 is fox. I don't know. Actually, I don't know because I have no proper idea about this. But I've heard that these bats have a problem in their sight. I really don't know what that is, but I've heard that. Okay, so I don't know whether it's correct or wrong, but we'll just go with the answer bat, right? Okay, let's check.
The answer is
Bat. B-A-T-S, bats, are flying mammals, a bird type which is mammals, right? While others can glide, bats are the only mammals capable of continued flight. Other mammals glide and walk. Now these type of mammals can fly also, right? Interesting. There are over 1,000 different types of bat species. Bats are nocturnal, just like me, active at night because of the workload given to me. Homework, this, that, assignments, this, that, whatever, all the things given for me. I have to complete all of that and sleep. So I'm active at night. In the evening, I come here like this to talk to you, to discuss all the answers. And when I go home, I have to complete all the other stuff, pack my books and all of that. And when I do all that, it's night, so I'm active in the night. Yes, and sometimes when I go to school, I tend to sleep and I get punished also. That is something different. Okay, so bats are also active in the night. Bats see in the dark using a special cue called echolocation. Bats make noises and wait for the sound waves to bounce back off objects. If it doesn't bounce back, then they can safely fly forward. Such a, master technique this is. Like they use special technology, special cue called echolocation. That means They just shout, they make noises and they wait for the sound waves to bounce back. Right? So if there is something, the sound waves bounce back, that means he cannot fly from there. If that is not bounced back, if he doesn't hear it again, then it can fly. That means no objections. Right? So most bats feed on insects while others eat fruit, fish or even blood. There are 3 species of vampire bats which feed slowly on blood. That means there are vampires which feed on blood. Right? Okay. Bats can live for over 20 years. 20 years time. God. These Petrobus bats are the largest in the world. Some bats live by themselves while others live in caves with thousands of other bats. That's sweet, living in groups. Right. Talking all this while has made me fed up. I'll just go refresh a little and be back soon with the other 3 questions. Until then, just stay here for me, wait for me. Okay, refreshed? Fine. I guess you are also the same. Moving on to question number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. How much water can be used by a camel in drinking in a single time? When he goes to drink for a single time, how much water can be used by a camel? Okay. Option number 1 is up to 10 liters. Option number 2 is up to 100 liters. Option number 3 is up to 1000 liters. Probably it cannot be 1000. I'll say it's 10 liters. Yeah, we just check.
The answer is
Up to 100 liters. Okay, so these camels, they have a big hump, right? So they can store water there. Actually, I also didn't have a lot of idea about this. My answer was wrong. I admit it. Once you are wrong, you always have to admit it. The answer is up to 100 liters. How much water can be used by a camel in drinking in a single time? And that is up to 100 liters. Right? Camels can reach 7 feet in height and weigh up to 1,700 pounds. My God, that's interesting. They are specially adapted to the life in desert. Deserts are really hot. My goodness. They don't have rains for a long time. Yeah. Their eyes have 3 eyelids and 2 rows of eyelashes that prevent sand to enter their eyes. You see these adaptive features for them. They have 2 eyelashes so that sand doesn't reach. Obviously they live in deserts, right? Yeah. Camels' ears are furry. Hairs keep the sand dust away from their ears. Besides ears and eyes, their nostrils prevent the sand from entering by closing in between 2 breaths. Camels can move easily across the sand because of its specially designed feet. Camel's foot consists of 2 toes that spread when animal touches the ground and prevents sinking in the sand. Yeah, they don't sink in the sand, or else for the amount of sand in the deserts, they might sink, right? So camels are mostly famous for their humps, big ones, right? Most people believe that humps store water, but they actually store fat, which animal uses as a source of energy when other food sources are not available. Now in this hump, they have fats, not water mainly. Now this fat they use as a source of energy when they run out of energy, because in deserts you don't find, right? All the food trees, or the fruit trees or whatsoever you don't find. So it stores fat and comes to need, we get like the camel uses it when it's needed, right? So the camels can survive without food and water for a longer period. Most mammals would die if they lose 15% of their water, called dehydration, but camel can lose of 20 to 25% of water without becoming dehydrated. When they find water, they will drink as much as possible. They can drink up to 40 gallons of water at once. My goodness. Camel's milk is rich in iron, vitamins, minerals, and it's healthier than cow's milk because it contains less fat. Camels can run 40 miles per hour. My goodness, that's interesting. Okay, that's it about camels, right? So let's move on to the next question, which is question number 5, the one before the last. Yeah. For seeing objects at the surface of water from a submarine underwater, the instrument used is, for seeing objects at the surface of water from a submarine underwater, the instrument used is kaleidoscope, periscope, spectroscope, telescope. It has to be the periscope. The periscope. You say. Just check it for us.
The answer is
periscope. Okay, so periscope is an instrument for the observation over, around, or through an object, obstacle, or condition that prevents direct line of sight. That means if you can't directly see it, you can to see it through curves, bends and all, you can use this periscope. In its simplest form, it consists of an outer case with mirrors at each end set parallel to each other at angle of 45 degrees. In this form of periscope, with the addition of 2 simple lenses, served for observation purposes in the trenches of the war during World War I. Okay. So, more complex periscopes using prisms or advanced fiber optics instead of mirrors and providing magnification operate on submarines in various fields of science. Yeah, the overall design of the classical submarine periscope is very simple. 2 telescopes pointed into each other. If the two telescopes have different individual magnification, the difference between them causes an overall magnification or a reaction. So that comes to the end of question number 5, and here comes to the beginning of the last question, which is question number 6. Yeah. So you have to match the name with the picture given here, right? Okay. So the picture shows you something. Let's see what this something is. Option number 1, Isle of Skye, Scotland, Lake Baikal, Russia, Lake Tekapo, New Zealand. I really don't know what it is. Let's just have a check what the answer is.
The answer is
Isle of Skye, Scotland. Okay, so it was the Isle of Skye, Scotland. Scotland is a country worth visiting. So, this Isle of Skye, connected to Scotland's northwest coast by bridge, is formed for its rugged landscapes, picturesque fishing, and medieval castles. The largest island in the Inner Hebrides, it has an indented coastline of peninsulas and narrow lodges radiating out from a mountainous interior. The town of Poetry, a base for exploring the island, features harborside pubs and boutiques. So like this creates a nice picturesque and it's worth seeing, I guess. So we have to try to see all these things. You know, traveling is one of my favorite things which I love to do because, you know, when you travel, you get to know about a lot of new things. You get to click nice photographs, right? You get to buy different kinds of things which are unique to that place only, right? So traveling, you have to make it a hobby. I mean, not always, not too much, but it has to be, right? So, okay. So, I guess that's it. My 6 questions are finished. Thank you so much for helping me out with the 6 questions, for being with me. So, okay, I have a lot of work pending, time for me to go. If you have questions, what should you do? You have to send it to my home. You see my house address over here, right? And then you can call, you can text or send the questions to the number 07682122266. The number is right over there, right? So you can, WhatsApp or Viber also. And then you have to subscribe to my YouTube channel to see me doing all this. And then if you want to see me on other days also, you can just like and share, comment on our pages like Facebook, Instagram or Twitter, right? So that's it. Until I'll be back. Stay safe. Bye-bye.